What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tori Amos. And we're going back to the 1992 album Little Earthquakes. Once again, big shout out to Nigel, as well as all the people who've begun to comment on the early stages of the Tori journey, and there are a handful, so big shout out to you. And the next tune is Precious Things. Precious, it can have different connotations. It can be sweet, it can be delicate, it can be valuable. Often it might be all three of those things. So I wonder what precious things we're talking. I wonder the context in which we're referring to them. Is it reflection on things in the past? Is it savoring or cherishing precious things in the present? Is it longing for something precious? Is there a darker twist or underbelly to the phrase? I wonder, again, without too much of a context for her songwriting or her music, just a handful of tunes at this point. I'm not quite sure what to make of the title, but obviously it could be something very sweet and tender, or perhaps a more complicated story. Let's find out. This is Tori Amos. The tune is Precious Things, and it's from the 1992 album Little Earthquakes. I like that backing ambient. It's like breathing percussion. Okay. Try to collect my thoughts here. An incredible experience, first of all. The layering of her voice, the heights of her voice, the visceral delivery in some parts, and indeed, it's like my understanding what's happening sort of evolved over the course of the tune. At first, it's, she's being called an ugly girl, and it seems like she's being mistreated, and it's like, oh, so is it like, girls are precious things, but actually, boys, those good Christian boys and so on, they actually say horrible things and mistreat them. But then it's like she's saying these precious things, break them and, get rid of them essentially. And so then it's like, is it about, breaking out of that idea in the first place? So I'm not quite sure lyrically where it all comes together, but it felt at different points very emotional and raw and intense. And the piano, which, at different times was more to the fore sonically, and near the end it was sort of just right at the middle of the like maelstrom of everything that was happening. But the whole time the piano work had this tension to it. Like you could feel the pent up emotional, like the visceral feeling, which again, I'm not quite sure how that's expressing in the tune, but you could feel it like sonically. And again, the idea of like trying to outrun him, and there's a like a percussive, breathy, like rhythmic, which if you're running and you're trying to run fast, you might be panting. It was like, wow, like already, like at the very outset of the tune, there was a sonic connection to the themes at play. So even if I didn't understand everything, I think that was an amazing track. And again, there's some moments where it feels almost like operatic because of some of her vocal work, and again, the sort of like swirling, not necessarily orchestral, but almost, again, like score type of feel. And once again, whether we're talking about the tension of the actual piano work or just the centrality of the piano in the track, I am getting a sense, and people, confirm that it is an important element in her music. So again, already getting that, but I did like at a couple moments, including when she seemed to refer to one of those like intense and unpleasant feelings or experiences. There was, some guitar chords that really like struck a nerve. So bottom line, composition amazing, vocal delivery amazing, vocal layering amazing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this journey, and with each step it's like, wow, so this is artistry, this is like art pop, this is like art rock. So maybe again, knowing that my brother was into her, I shouldn't be surprised by that, because he did tend to be into things that were perhaps off the beaten path. Still is, just shouldn't speak about him in the past tense. But ultimately, I'm getting a sense for exactly what that artistry and originality means. So I'll stop talking. I tend to babble when I am like really struck by a tune, so perhaps that's a good indication. In any case, like I said, shout out to Nigel and all the people here for the Tori reactions. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.